great trick for parties. As you can see, I have a bowl full of confetti here. But you know what? I do want to turn this into a magic trick. So what I'm gonna do is take this handkerchief and cover it up. And now with a little magic, say the magic words, abracadabra. Magic has happened and the confetti turns into candy. Gonna perform a little magic for you today. I have this cup. I'm gonna try and magically cause the cup to appear inside of this bag here. Think I can do it? We shall see. First of all, let's just cover up our glass here. Now the magic's gonna happen. The cup is somehow going to end up inside of the bag. So let's do that. Okay, I agree. That wasn't very impressive. But wait, all right, you wanted some magic, didn't you? Gonna try and make the cup vanish and go into the bag. Ready? I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, and inside of the bag is the cup. Here's how you do the trick. You need a paper cup and you cut a flap inside of the cup here. So at this point you toss the ball, drop it in the cup, but with your thumb you reach in and you press it down on the ball. So when you turn it over, you take your hand and you pretend to take the ball. It's just like this. Set the cup down, the ball falls down, it's already there. Now you can just do the vanish, and inside of the cup is your ball. Here's how to perform the trick. You need a big bowl, you need a bowl full of confetti. I'm just using shredded paper here from my shredder from the office. I think just about every house has a shredder. So you can just get that for free without buying confetti. You need 2 cups, regular cups. You need a handkerchief. You need candy. So candy goes into 1 cup, just like that. And here's the secret. I've taken a piece of cardboard, cut it out to match the cup here, and as you can see, I've glued on top some confetti. So when this is in the cup, it looks just like confetti. Now you take this with the candy and the gimmick, it goes underneath the confetti in the bowl. You're ready to perform the trick. You start out, show you have the confetti, you show the cup, and then you just scoop a little bit out, showing the confetti so people can openly see the confetti. Now, take this cup and you're gonna bury it into the bowl and say that you're trying to get a lot of confetti here. And what you do is you make the switch underneath this confetti. You reach into the bowl and you pull out the second cup. And so this is the second cup here. And now you can kind of wipe some of it off. Looks just like a cup full of confetti. Take your handkerchief, cover it up, and now something I forgot to mention earlier is I have a piece of tape here so I can grab it. So this will come up. So underneath the handkerchief, I cover it, and underneath the handkerchief, I'm grabbing this piece here and then removing it, and then the magic happens, and then I end up with candy. Here's how to perform the trick. What you're going to need is, I just happened to find a gift bag. You can use anything. It's got a little height. You have to watch the angle, because if people can see into whatever it is you have here, the trick is you're going to give away the secret. But all you need is an ordinary, I just happen to use a gift bag. You can use a hat. That's actually the classic way to perform the trick. Going to need a cup, actually any cup. It doesn't have to be clear. I just happen to use a clear plastic cup here. And you have a napkin or handkerchief, but this is gimmicked ahead of time. What I've done was, I don't know if it might be a little hard to see, but what I did was I outlined on a piece of, I happen to use part of a drink lid that's plastic. But you can also use a piece of cardboard. It really doesn't matter. You outline on the cardboard the diameter of the cup mouth. So what I've done is this piece of plastic is the same size as the mouth of the cup here. And you're ready to perform the trick. Just have your handkerchief lying down on the table. You show your bag, show your glass, and then you say you're going to try and make the cup magically go into the bag. Take your handkerchief, place it over the cup, and what you want to do is make sure that the plastic disc or cardboard disc is right on top of the mouth of the glass. Now, under cover of the handkerchief, you lift everything, the cup and your disc together. You want the spectators to kind of get used to the idea of a cup being under the handkerchief. Now, you say, I'm going to magically cause the cup to go into the bag. And then you just go ahead, put it in the bag. And you go, oh, that's not what you had in mind, is it? You really wanted a magical way. Now, at this point, I've left the glass in the bag. And now I'm just gripping that plastic disc, or in your case, it might be cardboard. But, so you can see the disc here, but you can see that the disc actually looks a lot like there's a glass underneath the handkerchief. And that's the secret. But of course, the glass is already in here. I left it there, and I just have this disc here acting like it's the glass. And then when I want to make the vanish, I snap my finger. I just grab the napkin, and it seems to vanish, and then I can show the glass inside of the bag. What you're going to need for this trick is a cup. Paper cup works great because it's lightweight. You also need a spoon. It's a special property with the spoon we'll talk about in just a moment. You need a napkin or a scarf or a handkerchief. And here's the secret. It might be a little hard for you to see, but right there I have a magnet. That's the secret to the trick. And the other part you're going to have to know or get in your house, you'll have to find a spoon that is attracted to the magnet. Now on this channel, we always try to teach you tricks with objects that you have around your house. So you can probably go through your kitchen, find a spoon or any utensil for that matter that is attracted to a magnet. It doesn't have to be a spoon, it could be a whisk, anything that you have that would work with a magnet. Now regarding the magnet, you might be surprised. Now You can buy these magnets at your local hobby or craft store, but they typically come in packages of 5 or 6 or a dozen. So what I would suggest you do is, almost everybody has a junk drawer. So if you have that, you can look through there, and almost everyone probably has an old magnet that fell off of a kitchen magnet or something that was used on a whiteboard. You have those little magnetic pins that go on different whiteboards or on a refrigerator. So you can check there and see if you can find a tiny magnet that is attracted to your spoon, and you'll be ready to perform the trick. Have your spoon handy. Now all I've done is I've taped the magnet to the handkerchief in the corner. So the side with the magnet goes towards me. So in the beginning, show the cup. You just wave the handkerchief around, looks completely innocent and normal, even though the magnet is right here. Take the handkerchief and just push it into the cup. Now here's where the secret comes in. You have your magnet here on the side towards you. You rest the magnet down and allow the handkerchief to hang outside of the cup with the magnet on the outside. Now, I'll give you the personal view here that the spectators don't see. So this side would be towards yourself. But all you do is take your spoon, and when you insert it in, it's attracted to the magnet. So all you do is take your spoon, it's attracted to the magnet. Now the magnet is stuck to your spoon. Now you don't want to just stick it in, you want to put the spoon in and then slowly release the cup, and seemingly the cup is suspended on the spoon. And of course, to clean up, all you have to do is remove your spoon, take out the handkerchief, wave it around, show the cup is empty, and you've completed the trick.